Hi, I'm Jon Adams with Fellowship Creative, and I'm here to talk a little bit about this devotional that is based off of Psalms 118. And it's really cool reading through this chapter and reflecting on my own personal life. The thing I love about this chapter is it just talks about the faithfulness of God, who God is, what He's done. Looking back, it's kind of a retrospective look at God. And, you know, when I think about my personal life, I'm sure you could do the same thing, man. As a husband, as a father, as a full-time staff member here at Fellowship Church, I know sometimes I wake up, probably like you do as well in your life, and man, it just feels like the weight of the world or the challenges of the day or the things of the past or what's going on. Man, sometimes it just seems like that's a pretty steep hill to climb or a pretty dark valley to walk through. And man, sometimes it's hard for us to walk through that or climb that with an attitude of thankfulness or with a perspective of optimism, because it just seems so high, it just seems so dark, it just seems so daunting, the task or the magnitude of which the problem we're trying to tackle. Sometimes it may be financial, sometimes it may be relational or professional, maybe it's a family complication or it's a health issue. You know, the thing I love about this scripture, this passage, is it just reminds me that as a Christ follower, I don't fight for victory, but I fight from victory. God's already gone before me. He's already slain my enemy. He has already tackled the problem. Because I live in Him, I live in victory. I can live with a peace that surpasses all understanding. And I love what it says in verse 15 here. It says, songs of joy and victory are sung in the camp of the godly. Man, as a godly individual, as somebody whose life has been surrendered to Christ, man, I can identify with that, because I know that a life that is surrendered to God, man, in Him I find peace, and in Him I find victory. And it doesn't matter how far I felt like I've walked away or how dark of time it feels like I may be in. Whenever I relinquish control and put my life in His hands, man, I can sing songs of joy and songs of victory, because He goes before me. He fights for me. And when I have the King of Kings on my side, man, what do I have to fear? What do I have to be afraid of? Man, I can find victory in God, because God is a victorious God, and my life is a victorious life whenever it is placed in His hands. So, man, I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you. Man, don't focus on the hill. Don't focus on the darkness or the depth in which you're walking through. Man, focus on the great God that you serve, because He goes before you, He fights for you, and you fight from victory, not for victory in your life today. Man, I hope that blesses you wherever you are in your life, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.